so much for being on. This is we're flying through our 90 days. We're almost to the end of our second month, which means we only have like 4 weeks left of our 90 days of focus. So I hope that this has been really an amazing time for you. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't even know what a hangover feels like because I've never been drunk, but I'm going to tell you, I feel like I've got a GTC hangover. Whatever that feels like. I don't know what that feels like, but I couldn't even get out of bed this morning. I was like, oh my soul. There's just so much excitement that you go through and adrenaline through the week, and then you come home and you're like, ooh, reality, yuck. Want to do a big shout out. Happy birthday, Rach. We are so happy that you're part of our Arbonne family, and we're going to celebrate this day that you were born. So happy birthday, Rachel. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We do have our dates for April of next year's GTC. It's going to be at the MGM again, but it's going to be April 19th through the 21st. If you want to write that down, it's probably a good idea. They are going to be working on some different avenues for the different countries and all of that. So there's some big plans being talked about of how to manage that. So we'll be hearing some news on that as we get closer and as things kind of get figured out from the home office end. The other thing I wanted to share with you that I'm very excited about is in conversation this past week, Melanie actually had this idea. So thank you, Melanie, where we do a weekly Facebook Live getting started. And it will be a real quick one. I mean, it'll probably be a 20-minute call or Facebook Live. That way we connect with all of our new consultants. And I'm actually scheduling our first one for this Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, this Saturday, we're going to do that for all of the consultants that you have sponsored into your business. I'm going to do a Getting Started Live event. So I'm going to put the information on our nation's Facebook wall, but you guys can start adding people to the event. So please text me if you want me to add you to the event so that you can add your new consultants to the event. And so that's what we're going to do Saturday at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's when I can get everything done, and then we'll have a weekly one at different times in the week as my schedule allows, so that I can help support you guys in helping your consultants. I can validate you, and I can help you paint the big vision, and my goal is to help them to get on a success track. So I'm excited to get to do that with you guys. All right, so today's going to be a huddle where we have just total round table time together, where we're going to be sharing about our GTC experience. I think it's important to always come back and use our inspiration to not only help those sisters that didn't get to go to the conference, but also to remind us of the blessing that we receive from going and attending. So I think it's always important to remember that every event that you go to, inspiration will happen, okay? You guys probably are on cloud 9, motivated more than ever in your business by being at Vegas with the 18,000 other people that are like-minded. You probably were like, I can do this, I'm going to the top, and you're so excited. And then you woke up with a GTC hangover this morning and you're going, oh, and then you have the doubts start happening or whatever, or maybe you just sort of let life happen and distractions and obstacles, and you forget to start applying your GTC inspiration. So remember that inspiration without application is continuous frustration in this business. I can literally point to different events in my journey that I have gone to, that I was inspired by, but that I reviewed when I got home and started to applying some of the different things that I really wanted to implement into my business. If you're a note taker at those events, I probably should have shared with you my little secret tip. And I used to do this in human resource seminars and different continuous education seminars and things that I used to go to. I would go to those events, and things that the speaker would share that inspired me and something that I needed to apply to my human resource job or to my Arbonne business, being an Arbonne, I starred and highlighted on my notes so that whenever I got home and I had, 15 pages of notes, I could go straight to those stars and the highlights of the things that I wanted to apply. And so if you didn't have a system like that going into your note-taking for GTC, no big deal. Just go down through your notes and start highlighting the things that you want to apply to your business. And you'll certainly get the biggest benefit from that event. Instead of just going and coming back and not doing anything, you actually go, you come back, you apply, and you continue to grow yourself and your business. So let's go ahead and start the round table. Who wants to go first? Let's start our Soul Sisters sharing on our GTC experience. I can't wait to hear some of the different points that you guys picked up, because together we absolutely, when we share, we're helping one another and we're reminding each other, and maybe you picked up something that somebody else didn't, and it will be a blessing to them. So go ahead and share. Who wants to go first? If no one speaks, I'll call out a name. You guys will never get away from me.
Okay, I'll start. This is Barbara.
Hey, Barb.
I'm not going to do the video because I haven't showered yet. Yes, and it's later here than it is there. But one of the things that I thought was really beneficial is I have never done a spa party. So when they actually showed how to do the spa party with the new Renew and Rescue line, I thought that was really beneficial and something that I want to implement, especially since the line is, there's so many different products in the line, and you could use all the different products while you're doing the spa treatment. So I already told my team here that they were going to be my guinea pigs, and we were all going to practice together to learn how to do that with the products.
Awesome.
So that was one of my early in the process takeaways from GTC.
I love it. That was really wonderful. Those spa parties are really fun, and they do get totally, Barbara, some results. But just remember, when you're doing that, all you do is take our current flip chart, and in the opening section, it's going to be the exact same, but just in our flip chart where it starts talking about healthy living or whatever it is, that you just transfer in your spa products into that too. So okay. It is the same opening. It's always the same closing. The middle part is whatever product you're featuring. But if you're doing the spa party, you always want to partner that with the RE9 facial. Because
right.
We've got to remember, our drivers and our highest QV will come from our healthy living sets and our RE9 set. Okay, that's our highest QV product. So you want to make sure that you're partnering your spa party. If you're choosing to do like our new spa line and the buckets and stuff, you just want to partner that with the RE9 flip chart. Does that make sense, Barb?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So no recreating the wheel. Just print off the RE9 flip chart, and just have, all you're going to do is you're going to do the entire flip chart the same. You're just going to have them soaking in buckets with the new spa line. And then as you go through your presentation, you're using that flip chart of the RE9. You're just going to mention the spa products and kind of explain it. But you're going to continue on with the whole RE9 flip chart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. Who's next?
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, who is this?
This is Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
I'm going to be real brave and just jump right in here and be second. How's that? I absolutely loved everything that Ian Pritchard said. I felt like he was talking directly to me. I wrote just a few things down, but in the most huge letters, I put watch his replay on YouTube every stinking day
Oh, so good.
because he's so motivating. One thing I did write down, no one can motivate me more than the person looking back at me in the mirror. I love that. And the only one holding me back is me. Um, Everything he said, it just really meant so much to me. So I hope other people enjoyed that too.
Yeah, he's good to look at, and he
Yeah.
and he's also very easy on the ears as well. There's nothing like that UK accent, right?
Exactly. I can't deny that. I'm old, but I'm not dead.
Yeah, he really does, though. I've seen him speak at lots of different events. Ian is one that just, if you notice, it's all serious. Like, it's just serious business building tips. So if you blink your eye or you doze off, you're going to miss a very important success tip because he's just rattling off his tongue. Success tips ongoing. There's no even funniness to his story or his trainings. He really just delivers. And so, yeah, I loved him too, Cheryl. He's one of my favorites. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. That's so true, guys. When we look in the mirror, that's who we've got to be leading first before we ever get blessed in leading others, for sure. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Tammy.
Hey,
sorry, go ahead.
Do we have two speaking at once?
Go ahead, Ramona. I'll go next.
No. You go ahead. I'll wait.
Okay, thanks. That's so sweet. I was going to do it real quick because Jasmine's eating lunch, so I had like a good 2-minute window.
Okay.
But this is Anna. So probably my biggest takeaway was the keynote speaker on Saturday when she brought up her kids and her husband. Oh, my word. But, like when they said, why they were thankful for Arbonne, and especially like, her husband, when he just said the changes he had seen in her and how, his incredible wife became even more incredible. So for people outside of me to see the change in me, that is what I really want. I want to see evidence that I, have lived to my potential and that I have been a blessing to others. That's what I really want to see. And so it really just sparked a big fire in me to live intentionally and just to really just exude love and a servant's heart, and just to do my absolute best for the people that I love around me.
Oh, Anna, that was pretty incredible. People are watching, and especially our children, no doubt. Wow, who's next? Good stuff. I'm writing down you guys' highlights.
Tammy, it's Ramona, and first and foremost, I don't think we could have had a better speaker than that precious man. Oh, mercy.
Oh, yeah, John O'Leary.
Right, John O'Leary was just
his best.
And I don't think that in what spoke out to me more than anything, you preach it, Carlita preaches it, everyone there says there's no obstacle that you can't overcome. And if he wasn't a true testimony of overcoming an obstacle, then there's no such thing as coming back and getting over an obstacle. So that touched my heart in a way like nothing has ever touched my heart, as far as when they showed that picture. That was just more than I could almost take, and he warned us not. But I can't imagine as a parent seeing that, but then as a parent seeing him overcome that horrible obstacle in his life, because it was not, he shouldn't be alive, much less be able to play a piano and all. But what I did learn at GTC this year, and I don't know if I went in with it with a different mind or whatever, but in all honesty, I think our team must be one of the most blessed teams in Arbonne, because listening to other people around, well, I've never heard that. Well, I don't think I heard one thing at GTC that you or Carlita Nelson or Linda Parker or someone who has trained us has not trained them already and taught us already. So I truly think that the only reason anyone on our team doesn't make it and struggles, it is because we are not doing what we are supposed to be doing and not paying attention to the trainings and just doing what we're told to do. I mean, y'all have given us every single solitary recipe, every single solitary thing to do to be as successful as the number one income earner in this business. There was nothing Cecilia Stowe said that you were Carlita Nelson or, you know, Linda Parker, someone who has trained us that we've not heard before. So I truly believe that if we do our part, we can all walk that stage next year, because there's nothing secret that any of them are doing that we've not been taught to do. So I just want to say kudos to you and Carlita and anyone else who you've ever had train us, because honestly, yes, I learned, I did learn, but it was things that I just had been taught and forgot. So I just want to say kudos to you guys, because I truly believe we are probably the most blessed Arbonne team in Arbonne.
Thank you, Ramona. That's so kind of you to say that. But I think we're blessed because of the love we share. I can't talk really much about that, but I think we have a really tight sisterhood and just an Arbonne family that is so loving towards one another. I thought we had such an amazing unity this year, and it felt so great to see all of us just there to learn, but also to build relationships with one another as well. So thank you, Ramona, so much for noticing those acts of service that has been given to us from our entire upline. I'm really just doing what was taught to me to do. I mean, I'm following the leaders that have gone before me, and those that poured into me. It's just my responsibility to pour into others, and it's y'all's responsibility to pour into your teams. And I thought the leadership of our team, with the ones that had team members there, was just so stellar and so off the charts this year. We totally just united, and it was awesome to see. So thank you so much, and thank you to all of you that led your teams this year, for sure.
I want to say something real quick. My voice is gone because I had so much fun. And I've gambled a little bit, but not the whole time. Okay. So this is Lisa Usselton, if you can't understand me. But we got in at like 2:30 this morning. One of the things I've been a little bit, I guess, stressed out about is technology. And I've been having meetings with Peyton and Avery, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm old and I can't do all that, and I don't know what to do. And after seeing the little Amish girl go on the stage, I thought, okay, it was just all a lie. That that was just something in my head that was not the truth. So that was one of my little tips that I got.
So awesome.
So anybody can do this business, and don't prejudge because there's so much diversity in Arbonne. Just tell everyone and let them make that decision.
Yeah,
Lisa, this is Ramona again, and I so agree with you that I was really fretting over meeting those two girls in Plano that night or wherever we were at that meeting, Grapevine. And I thought, I'm never going to be able to be as successful as them because I'm not as computer savvy. I was like, I'm old and I don't have 5,000 20-year-olds on my, Facebook page, and I don't even have Snapchat or whatever. But after seeing that little Amish girl and realizing she has nothing, she doesn't even have a cell phone, and she went region, a computer is not our problem.
I agree totally. You know what? I don't know if you guys heard this over and over again, but consistency, guys, that's our problem. And that's why we're trying to solve our problem this year by doing things that are extra accountability and extra in just uniting and walking together and holding each other in a way of accountability so that we can develop consistency in our habits. I mean, I don't know if I'm just so in tune with this because I know, as Carlita would say, that consistency is what gets you to MVP. Totally what gets you to MVP. And so that consistency and your mindset go hand in hand, but the consistency and then just healthy habits, getting up every single day knowing what you're going to do for your business instead of just, floundering and not doing much all week and then expecting great things in your business to happen. You've got to be consistent with your effort. That's our problem. And so we're fixing that. We're going to fix it together. And I hope you guys will be as committed to this process as I am. All right, who's next? Time flies when we're having fun. Who's next? Yes.
It's Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey. Okay. A couple things for me, like Ramona said, so much of it was just reminders of things that y'all have taught us already, and then also things that maybe I'm not ready to hear when I hear them, but have to hear them 1,000 times more to get it. But one of the things that I want to implement is the 5 things at night, to sit down and write down the 5 things I'm grateful for, and then the 5 things to do tomorrow. I don't know her name, Anik?
Yes, Anik.
Was that the AM training or something like that? Anyway, that was just a very easy number for me to remember at night, and to just implement gratitude in a very real, tangible way. The other thing for me, which I know we've talked about, I'm sure, before, is at a party talking about doing the 1 fact, 1 love about each product. That's, again, it seems like numbers is a common thread for me. I like to remember easy numbers. So her saying a confused mind says no, which I know you've told me that before. So anyway, those are a couple just little things that I feel like empowers me even more to do.
That's awesome.
Be more consistent, I should say. So.
I love that. Kathy, that 5 grateful things at night and then the 5 things to do the next morning. If you walk away from GTC and that's the only thing you implement, you'll be a region next year. And the reason why, think about what she said with those. First of all, the first step of success is gratitude. The first step to prosperity is gratitude. So what are you doing? You're setting yourself up to get your mindset correct. So you're in a grateful spirit at all times, and your mindset flows out being positive and looking at things in a positive way. So that 5 things at night, when you write your gratitudes out, it just starts performing in your head, all the good, the train the brain stuff, that we need to go through to build our confidence and to speak with excitement about this business. So that 5 gratitudes is huge. And then she's married it with what? The one thing that's going to allow you to be consistent. And that is, what are the 5 things you're going to do for your business the next day? She didn't say to do that on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. She said to do that every single day. And that's the consistency piece. So you've got the gratitude, which is the mindset piece, and you've got the consistency piece. So Kat, if you just go walk away from this GTC with that, that's going to be your $1 million idea right there.
Yes.
Incredible. I love it.
One more. I love you. I have one more if I can share, and I meant to share this. Just knowing your favorite products, that helped me in the way of oftentimes at parties, I'm like, I know I need to bring my RE9 and I have my nutrition, the 30 days, but I'm like, oh, but I also love the C-Source, and I'll bring that, and then that's just too much and overwhelming. So I love the idea of bringing a favorite or, 1 or 2 favorites that I can talk about. So.
Yeah, that's great. That was good. Love that. All right, guys, we've got about 2 minutes left. Is anybody else want to share what their take on this?
I'll share.
Yeah,
Yes, team.
love to have you share.
I'm not going to show you my face because I literally got out of bed at 11. I am on a GTC hangover for sure. I was actually listening to John O'Leary's podcast this morning called Hangover. It's kind of funny, but I'm going to share with you a little bit about what really touched me. I think every single speaker really, I thought this was, I've been to 11 maybe GTCs now. And I will tell you that this was the best by far. It was planned well, organized well, and it was just phenomenal. And but Cecilia really, I've heard her so many times, and some things she said this time really hit me hard. She said, you know, everyone ends up somewhere, but very few people will end up on purpose. And so that's really, gosh, you know, if we just sit there and take life as it goes, yeah, we're going to end up somewhere, but you might not want to be where you're going to end up. And so you better, you know, take the bull by the horns yourself. I love that she said, act as if your destiny is already sealed in Arbonne. And, you know, there have been times when that is not what I thought my destiny was. And, you know, I love Tara Branson because she said, you know, hey, I prayed sometimes for that door to close. And there have been times in my business that I've prayed for that door to be closed. And God's like, absolutely not. Your destiny is sealed in Arbonne. And it brings tears to my eyes. But I love some other things that Cecilia said. She said, you're successful every time your numbers go up or go down, and you do not quit.
Yeah.
Ah, I love that. And she said, success breeds pride, and pride will kill your success. So she said, never stop working on your personal business. She said, because living in a pit is a choice, so is living with pure joy. But she said, never do we ever want to live in a pit life. And she said, we need to leave a legacy that will change lives. And I had that experience yesterday on a plane, I think, my daughter and I, and it was monumental, and I'll tell you guys about it another time, but it was life-changing. Because I realized it is not about us. We need to help people dream big. And if it's not about Arbonne, I mean, it's not that Arbonne may be the fit for them, but what we can do is impact their lives so that they dream. So just that they dream again, whatever may be their vehicle, that's their choice. But we can offer Arbonne as one of those choices to be that vehicle to help them dream again. And so anyway, I loved this week, and I loved getting to be with Megan and Anna and Miranda and Cheryl, Michelle and Tracy. It just, and Christy and Diana, it just was such, and my daughter Kennedy, it was just such a great weekend. And I loved being with all of y'all, of course.
It was so fun. Guys, that's a wrap. We did it. It's at 12:30, and I want to be respectful of all of your time so that you always know what to say for our time together. What an incredible way to end us, Christine. I absolutely loved everything you shared. Success, guys, can be big. Success can be the small things. But whatever we do, we just never quit, and we just keep moving our feet forward. And we never have shame about our business. We just know that in those moments when it's maybe not going the way that we think it should, we need to know that those are the moments we're growing as a person. And that is not wasted time, right? So I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being with me today. Next Monday, we will be in our huddles. So I will send out our reminders next week. But until then, I'm going to end with the call to action that Kathy Babineau shared. And I'm going to actually ask each and every one of you to take that one tip. Since we're on the 90 days of focus here, what better tip for us to apply than the gratitude step every night, 5 things you're grateful for to get our mindset right, and then to add the 5 things that we're going to do for our business the next day. Don't you think that that's going to go hand in hand and create the healthy habits we need for our 90 days of consistency and success? It's going to absolutely make a difference in your business. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing that $1 million idea with us. I love each and every one of you. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for sharing, everybody. Live, love, give, and think abundantly. Abundance is chasing ya. Love ya.
Love you, Tammy.
Thank you, guys.